Here we are, Pellestover, start of Halvbirken. We're now any minute going to find where the start line should be if it was race day and start the trip. It's a fantastic day. Blue sky, a little bit of wind, 5 degrees C. We're at 980 meters, something like that, over sea level. 42 kilometers of gravel, little tiny bit of tarmac and a little tiny bit of parts back to Lillehammer. Fantastic day, looking forward to it. Bjorn on his trusty 29-inch and I have the 36-inch. Bjorn's running with 137 cranks and I've got mine on a 125. So he's going to be cycling a bit fast and I'll be cycling slowly to keep up. That's how it is. All ready to go. About 2 kilometers in, fantastic conditions, really nice gravel, and we just had the first climb, which is, I came up but it's left me a bit out of breath, and now it should be fairly, nothing too steep now on the way. I see that, just waiting for Bjorn. He's obviously decided it's better to walk. Really nice gravel, feels great on the uni. Fantastic. Seven kilometers in and we've just had another long, fairly tough hill. We both got up it without too much problems, but cycling into the sun with the wind behind us, it's getting pretty hot, so it's time to lose some clothing and my thick gloves. Bjorn is still very much smiling, and now we've come to a little tiny bit of tarmac before we go on to another gravel road. Absolutely fantastic, very nice. We've come up there and we're going on down along the side of this lake. Absolutely fantastic. After the last stop there was a pretty hairy downhill, quite long, break all the way, and then an uphill where we decided it was prudent to save legs and walk. Probably would have got up if I tried. And now we're back on undulating, absolutely beautiful gravel roads. Soon 10 kilometers in, not that far before we join a few more kilometers before we join the main Birken course. There's Bjorn on his 29-inch, cycling like a hero. Fantastic. So we are at Elgåsen, as it is called. 14.2 kilometers, 15.2 kilometers in. And here we meet the main Birken, the 90 kilometer race, the course of that on race day next year. We've just had we've come from there, we've just had a lunch break. We've been out for 1 hour and 40 minutes. And now we have a bit more up and down before we start the 7 kilometer downhill. Here we are at Sjusjøen Langrens Arena. This is where the Norwegian ski team spends quite a lot of time training, at least some of them, in the winter, completely covered in snow. We're still up at 800 plus meters over sea level. Halfway, 21 kilometers we've cycled now. We're both feeling it. Bjorn's a little bit numb down below, and I'm feeling it a bit in my legs, of course. We're both now in uncharted territory because neither of us has biked more than cycled more than 21 kilometers in one day. 20 kilometers to go. Fantastic weather. Couldn't be better. Whew. Here we are, after 7 kilometers pretty much of fairly continuous downhill. Just had a UPD coming past that barrier, and now we're got to Halvbirken, which is a 10-kilometer flat transport stage. Whew. That was fairly intense. There was a few flat bits where I could here comes Bjorn. I don't know, I'll move my bike in case he decides to go past there, but there was a big rock that I hit, so I don't know. Let's see what he does. Here he comes. There's a big stone there. It's Dorstein. Ja, det gick bra med han. Sånn, ja. Ja. So what can I say? At times intense, at times easy. Definitely not a place to come down if you're not confident with your brakes. Whew. Yet another uphill, and the inevitable has happened. Cramp in my... Ow, ow. Ah. But hey, 10 kilometers left. Should mostly be downhill. Gonna have to nurse that all the way in. It'll be fine. Here we are at Lillehammer Ski Stadium. Just been a bit irritated with Bjorn as I got here and I couldn't find him, and then I rang him and he said, "Oh, didn't you see the signpost to the left?" And I got irritated because I definitely do not need any more kilometers now than there is left, because everything's pretty sore and I've had that cramp in my leg. But when we look at the map, it turns out that he's gone wrong and he followed the signs for Halvbirken run and not cycle. So I'm on the right track. We're going to head off into the sunset down that way, and Bjorn should turn up here somewhere soon. We've now covered 35 kilometers, so there should be 6 kilometers of mostly downhill left. Body's pretty tired, but we'll make it. Here we are now on the top of Lillehammer ski. Ski jump is just over there, and we're here. There's been a bit of a change in plans because the road we wanted to cycle down is closed due to a hill climb. So now we've had to take a slight different way, and now we're at the top of a skiing and sled hill. So we've got a bit of steep downhill walking now to get back to where we want to be. A bit of a pain, but we're both so tired that we're quite happy to walk.
The closed road meant that we couldn't cycle down Halvbirken, which is steeper than it looks, and will most likely involve walking on race day. Borkenthal, the finish of Birken, one of the world's biggest mountain bike races, and also Halvbirken, which we hope we will cycle in 1 year's time. And all you unicyclists out there, why don't you join us?